identity. And how do we deal with those unconventional threats? Well, we have to have unconventional means to deal with them. But war, or the lack of peace, is often viewed in grand scales of strategy and national goals, along with great economic impact on countries and other people. Those views usually ignore the impact of war on individuals. There are people in this audience who have felt the impact of war in a very personal way. Those folks understand that it is not the soldier who is eager for war. It is usually those politicians who are sitting in the rear, nice and safe, that will lead us into war. As a young man, I always wanted the U.S. to be aggressive and to extend our foreign policy by any means necessary to include military action. And if it was convenient for us to do it through diplomacy, okay. If not, well, we've got an Army, a Navy, a Marine Corps, and an Air Force, and we need to use them. Well, that kind of changed one day when I found myself sitting on board a U.S. Navy troop ship on my way to the Far East. It was a grand idea for other people to execute those military operations to advance our country's interest. But I'll tell you, when it was me sitting on that ship, I had a lot of time to think, and my views changed. I began to think such things as, is this really a good idea? Maybe we should think this over and give diplomacy one more chance before somebody gets hurt. So it makes a difference where you're sitting as to how you're going to view war and peace. Military people are often called upon to make huge sacrifices. But what about the effect on families on either side of a conflict? Men suffer enough in war, but careful reflection and study will show the impact on civilians, particularly women and children, can be far worse and have longer lasting impact than what most soldiers face. War is perhaps the most constant event in human history. Is there no alternative? In some cases, maybe war is called for. But as my historical studies have progressed, I have often wondered why human beings are so slow to use a tremendous means of interacting that can be mutually beneficial to all parties that are concerned in that interaction.